So I wanted to have a story time and talk to you guys about my trauma and why I'm at this point in my life of being vocal about it, what it is doing for me. But I really want to start at the beginning as to what happened and leading to the events of where we are now. Bear with me. There are going to be several parts to this, but please watch it. It's very, very interesting. And I really, really want to know if anybody else has a similar story. So when I was 11 years old, wait, let's start before then. I had a pretty good life up until the age of 11. I will never lie about that. I feel like I had a great childhood. Nothing super traumatic, right? But when I turned 11, I was graped for TikTok. So you guys know what I'm saying. Graped, S-A'd by
Okay, that's the R word. She was R worded. Okay, by someone that. Damn.
someone that my mother was with, and it changed my life forever. My mom believed me, so I think it took, I don't know, certain things are a blur as far as timing, but I want to say give or take maybe 3 to 6 months. I finally told her what happened in the best way that I could. And just to rewind, when I was graped, my little brothers were there. They were probably about 1 or 2 years old, maybe 2 and 3, and they were in the other room. Super traumatic event. And I just remember going to the bathroom after it was over and being in so much pain and actually just like not understanding what just happened to me. So that person told me, obviously, hey, you can't tell your mom about this because if you do, things will be over. She'll leave me, right? Okay. I don't know what to do. I'm 11
She 11. She 11. She 11. She 11. This is crazy.
years old. Only thing I know is to keep this a secret. Fast forward
Oh,
three
don't
to
keep it a
six
secret.
months, I going off of something that my mother told me, I was acting like a little different, right? Which I probably was. So I finally sat down with her on her bed and I cried and I told her what happened in the best way that I could. For the longest up until like my
The static is the video. This is not me. The static is the video. Just bear with me. Well, bear with the video, please. Well, bear with me.
20s, I couldn't actually say I was graped. I didn't know how to actually say it, but I knew that she knew what I meant. And she believed me. So my mother didn't doubt what I was saying for a single second. She didn't say you're a liar. She didn't get mad at me. Nothing.
That's good.
She
That's
actually
good.
held me. She cried. And I remember going to bed that night. And this is where things get kind of weird. So obviously, I told her what happened, who did it, boom, bam, bam. I remember laying in my bed pretending I was asleep, but I was not asleep at all. I remember the both of them coming in my room, somebody kissing me on my forehead, and this person saying, I'm sorry. I think I heard some sniffling. I feel like that was my mother, but I heard this person say, I'm sorry. Fast forward to the next day. The next day, my mother, who up until this point has been what I thought was just, a pretty fun mom, she says, Sierra, do you want mommy to stay with this person and us have all the things that we want, have a roof over our head, be a family and have everything that we need? Or do you want mommy to leave him and we are poor, homeless, and we don't have anything?
You know what? I can't stand when people put materialistic things over morals, just over fucking everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell y'all what type of nigga I am, right? And like, just I don't know, nigga, just prideful. I just don't fucking know. But like, some people will do certain things for money. Ray will never. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what predicament I'm in. You know what I'm saying? It's just me as a man, right? I'm just gonna use this as an example. You know what I'm saying? Because people do wild shit, but I'm just gonna use something as simple as a motherfucking kiss, right? Ray in his life will never Cause you know, like I think it was the Island Brothers or some shit. They kissed each other. You feel me? Like these two niggas, they twins. These niggas kissed. Ray will never in his fucking life kiss another man for I don't give a fuck. You can say, Ray, I'll give you $1 billion. You can have $1 billion right there. Give him a peck on national TV. Give him one of these. Mwah. I never do that shit. Fuck your $1 million. Fuck your $1 billion. Fuck you, as a matter of fact. For trying me like that, nigga. You see what I'm saying? Like that's just the type of nigga I am. You know what I'm saying? But some people will do certain things and stick around for certain things, for materialistic things. Maybe I'm just a hustler and I just feel like I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm able to get that shit out the mud type shit. And I just, nigga, I don't give a fuck, nigga. Ain't nothing you can do to make me do nothing with nobody. You know what I'm talking about? I don't give a fuck what the number of the amount of money is. I don't care, nigga. I wouldn't be able to go to sleep at night. You know what I'm talking about? So that's just me. Sorry to go on that little rant, but that's just how I feel. I can't stand when people do that shit. Like, that shit is bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't got no morals, you don't got no respect for yourself, nothing. Like, come on, bro.
So I'm 11 years old. What do you think I said? So naturally, after her giving me this scenario, I say, I want to be a family. I want us to work it out. This is what I feel like I'm supposed to be saying. In reality, I was being manipulated into saying that because at the age of 11, not only am I under the age of even being able to consent, but I'm not of the age to where I should be able to make such an adult decision. Rather, I'm protected or not from a SA predator, right? So I didn't realize up until like my late 20s how bad, and I even really want to say like recently, I'm 31 now, how bad that actually affected my life and the choices and decisions that I've made. So when you're put in a position to forgive your predator who has violated you in the worst way, you end up growing up and forgiving people for doing vile things to you, which in then created me being a people pleaser, created somebody who was able to endure so much toxic, so much violence, and so much like bad things. And the moment that someone said sorry to me, instantly, I'm able to forgive them because at 11 years old, I forgave the person that essayed me. So why can't I forgive this girl for telling all of my business and, you know, talking about me all over the internet? Why can't I forgive this guy for smacking me across my face? Why can't I forgive this person from taking from me? You see where I'm going with this? I grew up after that and just started making a whole bunch of bad decisions and being around a whole bunch of bad people that were doing bad things to me that for some reason I couldn't see were bad because I was told to forgive a very, very bad person. So thank you if you watched part one of my graped story of me being graped at the age of 11. So going back for a second, it happened to me. My mother believed me, and I was given a option of we can stay with this person, we can have a life, we can be stable, we can have everything that we want, or mommy can leave this person and we can be broke, homeless, and poor. So what do you think I said?
Give me the fucking broke, homeless, and poor, nigga.
That changed my life forever. The only thing,
Shame on her mama for that. Shame on her mama for that. That's something too serious. Shame on her mama for that. Shame on her mama for that.
I remember asking her was, can I please not be left alone with this person anymore? Unfortunately, that did not stick at all. I was still left alone with this person, but I was never graped again. But I was, and now at this point, a prisoner, someone who had developed chronic anxiety, constantly living in fear, scared for my, brothers, scared for all of us because I thought this person would ultimately take us off the map. Let's just say that for TikTok. You grow up at that point, then you become a teenager. And I was just so scared every single day. This person would sometimes stand outside my door and listen to my phone conversations. By the way, I wasn't allowed to have a relationship with my biological father either. He did not know about any of this at all. I wanted to share that because as I got older, my mother and I's relationship got terrible. And at the time, I didn't understand. You just chalk it up to being a teenager. But here I am, 31, and my mother and I do not speak at all anymore. Not really something, that's new, but it's on a different level this time because, as of this year, I finally realized who she is and that I don't think that this woman actually cares about me the way that I care about her. I do have three younger brothers, and we do have separate, they have their father, I have my father. And I have always been, ever since that situation happened, I felt like my brothers are placed above me. Sometimes when my mother speaks about her children, she says, my sons. I really wanted to talk about this just in the sense of I wonder, do other girls or have other women went through this situation to where you have a mother who believes you, but your mother stayed with this person and, you know, in my case, my mother actually ended up having another child by this person, which I'm grateful for because this is my brother and I love him so, so much. And it's not his fault at all. But it took me up until this year to realize, you know, how could you do something like that? It also made me question how much she really cared about me. There are so many things that I haven't gotten off my chest to her, and I probably never will get the chance because I don't think she's willing to sit in a room with me and take full accountability and actually listen to what I have to say. Not saying that her and I haven't had discussions in the past, but I'll be honest, they were pretty cookie cutter, and I held back everything that I really wanted to say because my mother is known to be somewhat explosive and irrational. And if I were to call her out and say what I really want to say, she would probably just storm off and leave and not finish the discussion. It's unfortunate because, I feel like, you look at this, I'm 31 years old. She has me blocked, and I won't even go as to why she has me blocked as of present. But I will say that I feel like my mother has always placed everybody above me, placed specifically men above me, and then my brothers above me. And it's all based off of what happened with that essay, that situation of me being raped. Because up until then, I feel like my mother loved me so much. And then after that happened, I started to notice that it seemed like she didn't love me as much. And then I got grown, and then it seemed like she just truly disliked me. I wonder, are there any other girls with a similar experience? Because here we are, like her and I don't talk. She's married to someone else now, happily married, and she doesn't have a relationship with my children. She's never really been an active grandparent in my kids' life. I have three children. It's always been a very blotchy relationship with my kids. And as of the last few years, it's really zero relationship with my children. Um, has anybody else or is anybody else going through a similar thing to where, they love their mom, but they have a mother that's not willing to take accountability? And also for me, what I was getting at with having that essay happen to me, I don't think that my mother realized what it did to me internally and why I am working through this trauma now. The reason that I'm speaking on it is because this is helping me heal. And I think she thinks because me and her had a discussion about it at one point, that was the end of it. I'm just supposed to be healed and I'm supposed to get over it. Well, unfortunately, more things come to light. I start to realize more things when you've been victimized in that kind of way. And it's never really over, right? In my case, me talking about it publicly is so brave because number one, I know that my mom hates this. She doesn't like this, and it doesn't make me feel good. And in no way or form is me being menacing. I'm not being menacing toward her, But unfortunately, she is a part of this story, and I'm allowed to tell my story because I'm not only am I being very, very honest and transparent, you know, I'm getting this off my chest and it's helping me heal. And if she were willing to sit down next to me and listen to it and take accountability for it in the way that I want to say it, I'm all for it. But I know that that won't happen. Instead, she is going to text other family members, talk about me, and say that I'm trying to slander her when in no way, shape, or form is it slander, because this is facts. These are facts, and this is my story. I'm the one who got raped, not her. It was me. She's the one that didn't save me. And so, you look and you grow up and you're like, not only does she put my brothers above me, but she treats me so bad as if I'm the one that did something to her. And in fact, she did this to me. And so I have so many issues that I've been working through, and I'm about to make part.
Yo, shame on her mom for selling her soul like that. I never sell my fucking soul. I don't give a fuck. You feel me?
If you guys have stuck with me for part one and part two, I really, really appreciate you so much. So, yes, this is part three and the final part to the point that I'm getting at with me being raped at the age of 11 and my mother, who believed it but chose to stay with this person, and ultimately created so much trauma in my life. And if I wasn't as strong as I was in this very moment, I could be somewhere on the streets just out of my mind, or I could be a very, very bad mom right now. I wanted to tell this story because I want other women who have went through this or something similar to be able to speak up and not be afraid. For the longest, I was afraid to talk about this. I felt like I couldn't talk about it. I felt scared, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I don't care that you're offended. I don't care that you feel some kind of way about me speaking up and telling my story when you are a part of this story. You should have played a better character. This is what happens, parents. This is what happens. Be mindful of the company that you keep and be mindful of your children. Your children are supposed to be
Preach.
number one.
Preach, preach. I ain't got to say it at the end of the video. Tell them.
If someone hurts your kids, you don't stay with them. And if
That's
you're a
common
woman who's
sense.
watching this and you know for a fact somebody that you're with or somebody that you have brought around has hurt your child and you're still dealing with this person, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And I hope that this video inspires you to say, I don't care about being homeless. I don't care about being out on the streets. I'm going to take my kid or my kids. I'm going to leave this person. You don't stay with someone for shelter when they have raped your child. I was 11 years old and I didn't deserve that. And for this to be 2023 and my mother could care less to talk to me, could care less to reach out to my children, to have a adult conversation, letting me have the room, letting me have my moment. Because have we spoke about this? Yes, not in great detail. And I actually held back everything that I really wanted to say because, like I said in the previous parts, I was afraid to say it because I knew how she would react. Saying all that to say, when you are put in a position to forgive somebody for the worst thing that they can do to a child, you grow up and you have problems. And it took me up until this year to realize that I am a people pleaser, that I am somebody that will constantly allow someone to do bad things to me. Be in friendships where people take from me. Be in friendships where friends expose me or tell all of my business, lie on me, so many different things. And then the moment that they come to me and they say sorry, I am, okay, not a big deal. I get that. I am like that because of what happened to me at 11. If I had a stronger woman in my life to say that is not okay and you do not have to forgive that, you do not have to accept that, I would have been a completely different person. Now, granted, I had to go what I had to go through because it made me who I am today, and I'm very grateful for that. But I also look at the child. You know, when I think about 11-year-old Sierra, it makes me sad because I was so strong. Because after I was raped by this person, I was having trouble in school, I was being picked on. I had so many things happening in my life that I got through on top of that happening, on top of being fearful every day, being in the house with this person, only to grow up and be 31. And that same mother who went through that and knows what you went through, only to not even want to talk to you and place your brothers above you when all of us should be even. We should all get the same kind of love. We should all, you should care about us all the same. But unfortunately, she doesn't. When you have a toxic parent and you have or a toxic parent or a parent that's not willing to take accountability, sometimes you just have to part your ways and let it go. I realized this year that there's nothing. I tried. I tried. I realized after an incident that happened this year that I'm not even going to speak on. There is nothing I can do to make her get it. She's not going to get it. She's going to be a victim of my situation. She doesn't want me to speak about my story because of the role that she played and how it makes her look. And I am not going to be silenced when she should have played a better character. And I encourage everybody out there that has went through something similar to speak up and stop being afraid to talk. I'm not going to be afraid anymore because I don't want to make her look bad. No, how did she make me look? What did she make me go through as an adult because she put me in a position to forgive somebody for raping me? Come on now. I don't feel bad for you not liking yourself or not being happy because you don't want people to know what you did. You stayed with a predator and you didn't protect your child. And now you want me to be quiet and you want to rush and talk and get people on your team and have other women say that I'm immature or have other women.
Her mama knows she did wrong, and she can't accept it. She can't face the fact that her mama know she was dead wrong. Unless she just don't give a fuck. I don't know.
Speak about me that don't know what I went through, that don't know my story. I am always going to speak my truth. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell my story. And I hope that this reaches millions and millions of people. I hope that in some way, somehow, the universe blesses me to be able to speak on a huge platform, maybe even on TV about this, because I feel like it's worthy to talk about. But I'm no longer going to be silenced about having a toxic mother and growing up with what I had to grow up with and then having to unlearn certain behaviors and having to heal from so much trauma. Now I have gotten to a point finally, and I'm still working on myself, to where I can realize that, oh my God, this person is a bad person. I'm not going to talk to them anymore. Oh my God, this person doesn't mean me well. I'm not going to talk to them anymore. Oh my God, this person, something's off. I don't know 100% what it is, but something doesn't feel right intuitively about them. I'm going to release myself from their energy. We no longer can be connected. I wasn't able to do that before. I forgave everything. And now I have finally, certain feelings have came back. Certain things are, and I'm just like, no, I'm not allowing people to do me any kind of way. I'm not going to allow somebody to come in my inbox anymore and say, hey, Sierra, you were right. Or, hey, Sierra, I'm so sorry. Or whatever they did to me, they knew that they should have did. And just be okay with them being cool with them. No, I'm not talking to you. So if you have these same problems like me, I encourage you to just dive into therapy, self-development books, everything. And most importantly, speak your truth, say how you feel, and make sure that you're being honest. I really, really hope that this reaches people. I may talk about it more like after the fact, but right now I just wanted to get this out. And I want to inspire and encourage other women to say your story and not be afraid. So
Yeah, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. Um, her mama knows she did wrong. Um, but she the victim though. She trying to act like she the victim though. Your ass know you was wrong for that shit. That girl was 11 years old. I don't give a fuck how old she was. You know what I'm saying? I really can't. Like to me, like you selling your soul. Like you just. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, like when people do that type of shit, cause I'm a nigga that done lost everything, y'all. What was this? 2019, bro. I ain't have a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Literally had to start all the way the fuck back over. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck. If they could have been like, Ray, get on YouTube and kiss this nigga right now. We'll put you right back where you was. Cause you know, I've been on the grind for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So we'll put you right back where you was, nigga. Just give him a peck. Mwah. Nigga, fuck you and fuck your money. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain shit I'm not doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you just got certain shit that people would do for some money, and I just feel a certain way about myself. I'm just a nigga that just, you know what I'm saying? Like ain't nothing you can do to make me do some shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what the type of money is. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me though. You know, everybody different, everybody's situation different, but hey, it is what it is. I guess the mom feels like, hey, I did what I had to do to keep our family afloat, and that's probably how she feels. I feel like, lady, you sold your soul. You know what I'm saying? For uh, materialistic items. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel for a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like there were other things that you could have most likely did. You know what I'm saying? You just like, oh, we're gonna be homeless. Like, nah, motherfucker. You just wanna goddamn live nice. I don't know. Maybe he was. I don't fucking know what's going on. And then you had another baby by him. This shit is crazy. God bless her, man. And her mama need her ass whooped. Fuck that. You know what I'm talking about? And that nigga need to go to jail. But I know this is 11. She's 33 now, so I don't know how that worked. But shout out to the whole Hustle Nation. Y'all get in the comments below and let me know what y'all think about this situation. Just type it in the comments. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with me as always, man. And listen, man, don't sell your soul for no money, man. You know, you can always get some money back. You know what I'm saying? At least that's just how I feel. It ain't nothing I can do. Like, I'm confident in my ability to make $1 billion. I'm not doing shit for $1 billion or more than a trillion, nigga. Fuck you. You know what I'm talking about? So, I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with me, man. It's your boy Ray. Big play. Peace.